in Aldbridge Park because the house that they lived in Scotland Road was being demolished. So Rita was then transferred. She was on her own then because of course John, her brother, was married. We lived in Ford, and Rita was on her own, so she was rehoused in a flat in the top floor flat of a high-rise in Croxteth.
Yeah.
So I used to go there some Saturdays. In fact, I remember one, my mum used to let us go to keep her company, and Rita had a Saturday job in the betting office, and Brescia and I would go and stay there all day Saturday waiting for her to come home and pottering round. I would spend the day trying her clothes on and going out to be seen in the clothes, and then I'd come back in and put another outfit on, and I'd do that all day, and then about an hour before she was due in I'd think, oh, I better make an effort and
Tidy up.
And I remember once she asked us to start the tea for her, and I absolutely wrecked the tea. She asked me to put hearts in the oven. Never cooked hearts in my life. I was about 12.
What, a pig's heart or something?
Some sort of heart. Well, let me tell you, when she come in, they were like bullets. Little tiny things in the oven, burnt.
How old were you then?
I'd be about 12.
12?
You wouldn't ask again
Yeah,
now,
thanks
would
on
you?
your own.
But you did then, didn't you?
I don't know,
Yeah.
57.
Yeah. So, yeah, she always used to come home to some sort of, mess
Disaster.
one way or another. Yeah, yeah. So then Tony came along, and my visits to the flat got lesser and less. Lesser and lesser?
Less frequent.
Less frequent, that's the word I'm looking for. And Tony and Rita then used to come to our house every Sunday with the flowers for the grave, the usual procedure, and they'd come and have Sunday tea in our house every Sunday. At that time I was just starting to feel my feet and go out, so I didn't really see a lot of them. I'm sure Bretta and Paul could tell you more about the visits on Sunday. I do, however, remember that Tony Mack used to love playing the likes of Monopoly and Careers, and of course he had to win, and he made the rules as he went along. Certainly on the Careers, and I think he's done that ever since, hasn't he? Made the rules as he's gone along.
He's made his own game up recently.
Yeah, I can believe it. But yeah, some fantastic Sundays. After that, from my point of view, it was soon that I was getting married myself. There's a little bit more to it than that, but I got married very young. And I would like to point out that Rita and Tony were absolutely fantastic to me when I needed help. We moved into a house in Skene, which was out in the wilderness as far as I was concerned.
How come you moved Skene?
Well, it was just easier then. In them days you just didn't go walking. As Rita went into the high-rise flat, it would have been a flat for Frank and I. And we had Jamie, who was 10 months old. So Skene, at least, we had a 3-bedroomed house, a lovely house I might add, but very little money around at that time, and of course we were very young. So Rita and Tony had got over their early days as a married couple and were getting on their feet. So what they were throwing away, we got. So they'd come down and, fit us a new carpet and put curtains up for me and everything else, and they were absolutely amazing. And they didn't live too far away then, in Rainford. They'd moved to Rainford by that time. So, yeah.
Was that the first house from that? Did Tony move into the flat?
Tony moved into the flat when we got married, yeah. What I did forget to mention was I was maid of honour at the wedding. I was only 13 at the time, and it was a fantastic honour to have been asked. But because of the relationship that Rita and I had, I would have expected no less than to be asked. It was no shock whatsoever to be asked, albeit that it was a wonderful day and a very special day for a 13-year-old to be maid of honour at such a big wedding. And it was a big wedding for those days, because people didn't have that sort of money to throw at weddings, but Rita and Tony's wedding was very, very special. More so because neither of them had their parents. They did, however, have fantastic siblings. My mum being one of them. That was May Simpson. John, who gave Rita away. Very proud he was that day. And not forgetting Patsy Mac, of course, that was Tony's sister, who was very supportive, to say the least. And for the record, I think she's absolutely fantastic, Patsy Mac, and I still think she's fantastic today. She's an absolute star.
See, where you just said all that now, what he'll do now, he'll as you're talking, he'll show the wedding video at background, because we've got that, you know, on Cinecamera. I've got that on DVD where I'm sending to it. So he'll probably like show you, you know, and Bretta walking up with glasses on. Probably over that bit. Anyway,
so yeah, it was an absolutely amazing day. Risa looked an absolute picture, and it was a very proud day for all concerned.
My mum, you didn't mention one.
Sorry, my mum was still alive. That's my great-grandmother I'm talking about now. And I believe that Mum lived and carried on living and surviving to see Rita married. That was her goal. And she did. And it was a proud day, as I say, for all concerned. And to also say that my mum, who was very, very close to Rita, albeit that there was 17 years difference between two sisters,